But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Let me tell you about my great God. Hey guys, Pastor Tim here. Hope you're ready to end your week off in God's Word. I don't know if I made it clear recently, but I hope you guys are watching this video after you read the chapter, after you read through it a couple times, writing down the things that stick out to you. I want to make sure that you guys are always actively reading God's Word instead of just relying on me to tell you everything, all right? Invest in your devotional life. Actively read God's Word and try to think for yourself. This video is just to act as an aid, all right, to help give you an overall context of the things that have been happening, that may happen in the future, that you can better understand what it is you're reading. With that said, if you haven't read the chapter already, pause the video and just jump right back in with us. But we are on 2 Samuel chapter 4. A really short chapter, not a ton. Well, okay, one major thing happened, but not a ton else happened in this chapter. But it's the turning point for David. All right, Abner's dead. The main driving force behind Ishbosheth as the king of Israel, he is now dead and gone. And now Ishbosheth is fearful. He's kind of showing himself not to be the powerful man that is needed to be king. And the people are starting to notice that. All right, everyone around him kind of knows that Abner was the guy who is really the power behind the throne. They don't really know if Ishbosheth himself is capable of being king, and they think, all right, now I guess it's David's time. He's going to come in. So two men, Rechab and Baanah, probably saying those names completely wrong. Anyway, who are captains of several of the bands of, meaning armies, not musical bands, you guys thought that, of several of the army or troops of Ishbosheth, take it upon themselves to say, you know what, here's our opportunity. We're going to assassinate, in essence, Ishbosheth. And I hope you guys discover this may be an interesting thing. Some of you guys may have picked up on, especially in these last 3 chapters, which from chapter 2 to now, there have been 3 murders. We have Asahel, Abner, and now we have Ishbosheth. Some of you guys may have taken note of the fact that the 5th rib is always mentioned. Just kind of an interesting thing. I guess that's a good assassination technique or something. Get right to the vital organs, but it's always mentioning that they were stabbed or struck or smitten, fancy Bible words for just saying they were killed underneath the 5th rib. Anyway, same thing happens to Ishbosheth while he was in his bed in the middle of the night, resting, whatever it was, and then they take the head of Ishbosheth to David and say, hey, now's your time to shine. We have taken care of your enemy, a man who has sought for your life. Now you have a free path to become king. And we see David's reaction is very similar to what we see in the very first chapter of this book as well. If you guys recall, when the Amalekite came and gave David the crown of Saul and his bracelets, he too was expecting a gift. And he even told David, we don't know if it was true or not, that he killed Saul himself. But instead of getting a gift, David rewarded him by taking his life, saying, how could you stretch your hand against the Lord's anointed? And he does the same with these 2 guys as well. He does not approve of their method. He doesn't believe that he needs to resort to schemes in order to accomplish God's will. Scheming is not believing. And he says, he even refers to Ishbosheth as a righteous man, and that what these guys did was evil and wrong. All right, they assassinate him in the middle of the night, not in an honorable way, not even in battle. And he also takes their life as well. And the main thing that I got out of this chapter, it kind of goes along with that as well. David knew he didn't have to resort to schemes to accomplish God's will. Scheming is not believing, all right? And what these guys did was definitely not something David approved of. He trusted that God could elevate him to the throne that he promised David through righteous means, not through these deceitful means that these men took upon themselves. But that's it for this chapter. It's a very short chapter. Not a ton happened. Just kind of shows the turning point of the civil war. Now David is going to become the king of all Israel. We'll see in the next couple chapters here. Encourage you guys. Continue to read the Bible even throughout the weekend. If you missed a couple chapters, make up for it in the next couple days. Or read something different for yourself and jump right back in on Monday. But regardless of what's happening, tell somebody about what you read in God's Word today. Stay safe, stay healthy. God bless.